Make the fucking stream on private. What's going on, Neil? What's going on, Poochie? This is not gonna be a ranked or player matches stream. This is gonna be a, this is a stream for, hunters. He wants me to do, give him some tips on Lee. So that's what this stream is gonna be about. I'm not playing, ranked or quick or nothing like that, because I can't stand this game. But, yeah, I made this stream, I was supposed to make this stream unlisted. And, I guess that failed, but if you guys want to stick around and talk about my knowledge with Lee, then I guess we could do that. And thank you for the like, Poochie. Now I have to wait for Hunters to come on in because he's the one that requested this. And by the way, Poochie, you and I gotta catch up, cause we haven't talked in a couple days. By the way, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Alright, let me just tell Hunters real quick that the stream's up. Not right now, Skull Samurai. I'm doing okay. I just got finished playing bingo with my family, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, not right now, Skull. I'm doing something else. But anyway, okay. So Hunters, you're in here. Okay, so basically, let's just first talk about what Lee is good at. What Lee is really good at is keep out. Keep out is something Lee does really well with a couple moves. Back 4. Very important. That's probably his best keep out move. His magic 4 is really good. It's you know, 11 is this 11 frames? Yeah, 11 frame magic 4, really fast, counter hit launcher. Nah, I dropped the combo, but yeah, the reason why these are so good is because back 4 is a safe counter hit launcher. That's always good. And magic 4 is the same thing, and they're both safe on block. That's funny, Fuji. What's going on, Hunter? But yeah, anyway, so yeah, these are gonna be your main tools in the when you're keeping away from him. Is back 4 and magic 4. And another good move is 4-4-3. Super fast, very long range, knockdown mid. It's minus 11 on block, but if you combine this move with the pushback and range of it, then it's relatively safe. Unless if you're playing against a character like Gigas. 4-4-4 is also a good, like these are both good decent get-in moves. 4-4-4 is also pretty good because it's a launcher. And it's safe on block. Just like that. And he also ducks down, as you can see. So this will also high crush if the opponent tries to get in with a high. I don't know if this will go under Electrics or Steve's back 1. I don't know. It could, but I'm not sure. So against that, you know, this could be risky. You can also do Blazing Kick if you want something easier. So those are some pretty good moves. When you're spacing. And he's also pretty good at poking. His poking is actually pretty decent. Skull Samurai, you're not gonna beat me up. I'm sorry, dude. But how you doing? Anyway, oh yeah, another thing that, yeah, like Lee's good at is poking. So, your main poke is down forward 1, obviously. 13 frame mid, -1 on block, +5. Just what you would want from a down forward 1. And you see that he also ducks down a bit. That's important. That means it's gonna high crush, right? That's really important. Down forward 1s at high crush are very good. And to mix that up, why not mix that up with down 3? This low, unfortunately, for some reason, was nerfed in Season 3. They nerfed the tracking on it, but it's still a very good low. It's -1 on hit, which kind of sucks. And what is this on block? I think it's -14. Oh, no, it's -15. My bad. It is a launch punishable low, but it's super fast, has good range, hits grounded, and on counter hit, if you have the execution for it, as you can see, you can pick up from it. Which is good. What's going on, Red? But yeah, this is, again, this is going to be one of your key lows, but again, it is very unsafe. And if you just do it by itself, it's -17. So even if you cancel it into Hitman, you're still launch punishable. So that's why this low is very risky. But if this low is ducked and punished, that's your fault. Why? Because the low is unseeable. So you shouldn't be getting this low blocked unless the opponent guesses right. But the opponent just ends up ducking for some reason. I'll watch your video later, Red. Oh yeah, he also has a down forward too. It's very good. It's safe on block. Safe on block. Mid launcher, obviously. It doesn't launch crouchers, but it's a good. This is another good keep out move as well as his down forward too. That's another good move to keep in mind. And for other low pokes, he has down back 3. This low is not as good in my opinion. It's slower, and you're not high crushing, so you can definitely be counter hit out of it. It's only +2 on hit, which is also kind of bad. But on block, it's only -12. So if you want a safer low, if you don't want to go for down 3, which is launch punishable, you can obviously go with this, and it also hits grounded. That's also pretty good. And he also has down back 3 +4. This low is also super fucking slow. Really slow. 23 frames. And again, he's not high crushing, I don't think. Yeah, he's definitely not high crushing. But this low is +4. So you actually get a pretty good advantage, but again, it's really slow and it's -13. So some characters, Kazuya for example, gets a launch on this. So, but this low on counter hit does knock down, I think. Yep, knock down for a guaranteed blazing kick. By the way, down back 3 doesn't do anything on counter hit. So if you want a safe low, you can go with down back 3. If you want something riskier, then you can do down 3, of course, which is very risky. And you have down back 3 +4, which is slightly less reward on counter hit, but slightly less risky. He also has down forward. This low, I think, sucks. It's -14 on hit. You see that, guys? -14 on hit, and -13 on block. I mean, it's super fast, but it does 7 damage. That's no damage. Of course, you can add follow-ups, but all the follow-ups are super punishable. And then you have down forward 4. That's garbage. You can duck this even on hit. This whole thing is I think you can low parry this stuff even on hit. But I want to test that. Cuz I think you couldn't tag too, but I don't remember. You see? You can low parry that even if the low connects, cuz the frames on the first low is so bad. And if let's say you go for that, you'll duck it. Now this low is 12 frames, so it's obviously, it is hard to do because it's so fast. But again, the frames are terrible. So honestly, this low I wouldn't really recommend. He has better lows. Now, if you want a chunky low with him, you have the slide, just like Law and Shaheen. It gives you a guaranteed grounded 3. You know, it works just like Shaheen and Law's. And, you know, to mix it up with, you know, you have wall standing 4, you have wall standing 1, which has less range. You have the infinity kicks, and of course you have the wall standing 2-3 or wall standing 2-4. Which is not terrible, but unfortunately, the wall standing 2-3 into 4-4-3 is not the easiest thing to do. They did make it easier in Season 3, but it's still not the easiest thing in the world to do. You do still need to time it. Let's see here. What other good moves? Oh yeah, he also has 1+2. This is a pretty good move. It's a decently fast, long range, mid homing move. +3 on hit, not bad. -4, it's perfectly safe. You can go into Hitman stance after it by hitting 3+4, which is pretty nice. And on counter hit, it launches. If I can get the combo, that is. There you go. I dropped the combo, but you get the point. So 1+2 is another pretty good move, and again, it's homing, which is always nice to have. Because Lee's tracking isn't the best, especially because of the down 3 nerf. He's relatively weak to sidestep left, kind of like a Mishima. And down 3 having its tracking nerf, that really did hurt the character. But I also have to mention that his counter hit tools, again, are just super good. I already mentioned back 4 and his magic 4, but and down 3, but yeah, he also has 1+2, of course, for a counter hit launcher. He has the second hit of 4-4-3, that counter hit launches. I guess I could show that. Like that, get a combo. I think 4-4-1, I think launches on counter hit. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. That kind of stinks, but whatever, that move sucks anyway. I know he had another one. 4-4-4 used to be a counter hit stun launcher, but they got rid of that for some reason. I don't know why. He had another one. Shit, what was the other one? I fucking forgot. I could have sworn he had another one. What was the other one? Son of a bitch. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find it in the move list. Oh yeah, 2-2-3, I'm an idiot. Okay, and 2-2-3, which is one of the best 10 frame strings in the game in my opinion, because it does 49 damage, it's very easy to counter hit confirm. You know, you get a knockdown, wall splat, 10 frames. Especially when you're at plus frames like this, that's not a bad option. The second hit is -13, so keep that in mind, but most people are going to be scared to punish because you can always add the last hit, which is a duckable high. I mean, most people know this, but this is like Lee one-on-one. So that is that's a good string. The fuck. Hang on one second, guys. The fuck. Hey guys, I'll be right back real quick. I have to do something. I'm sorry about this. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, where do we leave off? We left off on counter hits, right? So you have back 4, standing 4, down 3, 2, 2, 3. Down back 3 plus 4 is a counter hit. Second hit of 4, 4, 3. Thank you. Sorry if I sounded out of breath. I was outside. Had to get the trash out. And it was really cold. Okay, let's see here. You know, how about we talk about his block punishment? His block punishment is decent. I guess we can talk about that. Alright, so for 10 frames, he actually has 2 options. The first one is the easy option. Actually, no, he has 3 options. He has 1, 2, 4. This is normally what I do. 26 damage. It's -1 on hit, but I don't use this really to pressure. I just use it to punish. What is this on block? Let me just see. -12 on block, but you mainly use this for a punisher anyway. He also has 2-1, which is natural combo, 18 damage, but this puts you at +6. So you get 8 less damage, but you get much better frame advantage. So if you want frame advantage, you would do this. And if you want damage, you do this. Now he also has the just frame 1-3-3-3. It's really hard to do, but if you hit with it, god dang it. There you go, right there. And you get a free up back 3, and that does 44 damage into amazing Oki from a 10 frame punish. That's ridiculously good. But it's really hard to do. But this is one of the things where if you get the execution, he has one of the best 10 frame punishes in the game. So, it is quite rewarding, I'm not gonna lie. For 11 frame, you could do standing 4-4 for 22 damage and +6. It just gives you slightly more damage than 2-1 does. So that's always an option. For 12 frame, I don't think he has anything. Let me think. No, he doesn't have a 12 frame. 13 frames, he has nothing. I'll catch you later, Poochie. Thank you for stopping by. Maybe I'll call you tomorrow, Poochie. I don't know. If I want to catch up, you know. But yeah, for 13, he doesn't have shit. 14 frame, though, he gets 4-2-1. I think. Let me see. Yeah, 14 frames, 4-2-1. And this is kind of similar to Armor King and King and Armor Kings, but the range is not as good as the Kings, but it has some range. Natural combo, I think. Yeah, you can hit confirm it, and if they don't hold backwards, Blazing Kick is guaranteed. And you get a wall splat. That's always nice. But don't be predictable with this, because the opponent will be able to duck the second hit on block, and you're gonna get launch punish. So, but again, it's mainly used as a punisher. You can also use it as a whiff punisher. And for whiff punishing, he has 4-2-1. His hop kick is not very good because it has shit range. His down 4-2 is also not the best with range, but for whiff punishment, like I'll mention, you have 4-2-1. You have this string 4-3-3-3-3-3-4, and he also has back 1-1-2 with the just frame version. That's really good. This is a just frame. It's not that hard to do, but it's a natural combo knockdown wall splat. And if they don't hold back, you get a free Blazing Kick. And good lead players will use this as a whiff punish because the first hit has great range. It's a good move. And for a 50 frame punish, you can use that. But for 15 frames, obviously he has hop kick and down 4-2. But the range on these, yeah, there is some problems here with the range. But he also has 4-3-3-3-3-4, which is another 15 frame, super long range, very consistent launch punish. That's really good. So, his punishment, standing punishment is decent. Hang on one second. Okay. Anyway, so now let's cover his wall staying punishment. His wall staying punishment is kind of interesting. One problem is that he does not have a 15 frame launcher, unless if he's in rage, but we'll get to that. So for wall standing punishment, for 10 frames, Most people will get a dick jab, right? But Lee gets while standing 3-3 into a infinite kick combo. It's his infinite kicks basically. And what most people will do with the infinity kicks is they'll go either mid or they'll go low. This is a 50-50 mix-up. It's not a natural combo. But for a 10 frame punish from full crouch against characters like, let's say, Brian with his mock kick, which is -10 force crouch, Lee can do this. And he can really make it hurt against Brian, his mock kick, which is very unique and very good. But on its own, it's -4. So you can't really pressure afterwards. It's kind of like a tsunami kick, basically. But again, it's 10 frames. Which is super good. And for 11 frames, he does have while standing 4. This is only really used if you want plus frames, because this gives +5. Because again, while standing 3-3 doesn't give you any frames. While standing 4 is good for that, you know. And for 12 frames, he has while standing 1 for 12 frames. The range is awful on it, but it's +9 on normal hit. That's stupid good, and only -2 on lock. So again, if you want even more frame advantage, you can use that. But it doesn't do as much damage as a while standing 4. And then for 14 frames, he gets while standing 2-3 into the guaranteed 4-4-3. That does 54 damage. That's pretty good. And it can put you on the wall sometimes. And he also has while standing 2-4 if you want that as an option. But unfortunately after that, he doesn't get a launch until 18 frames with his or actually, that's weird. Oh wait, that's fucking confusing. I don't know, do you have to like crouch cancel into it or something? That's weird, but yeah, his main launcher doesn't really come out until 18 frames, which is his the summer kick. But if you are in Rage, however, he does have access to a 14 frame while standing launcher. I think you've seen this before though, where the Rage drive connects, but I can't hit it for some reason. There you go. And it's super easy, and it's not that hard to do. So that's good. So that covers the punishment. Again, his pokes, he has down forward 1, down forward 2, forward 4, magic 4, down forward 4. For lows, you have down 3, down back 3, down back 3 plus 4. This low right here. You have the slide as well for a chunky low. He also has full crouch down forward 4. This low is not bad either. It's unseeable. It's -3 on hit, so you can't really pressure with it. And it's -14, so it doesn't get very good frames, but it's a good long range, quick high crushing low that tracks, hits grounded, and on counter hit it knocks down for guaranteed follow-ups. So that's pretty good. Now, let me see, let me go through the move list real quick. Let me just see if there's anything I missed. Hey Hunters, are you still here by the way? I'm just making sure. You're still here? Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, let's see here. So let me just see what I missed. This string is trash. Don't use that. That's the acid rain combo. That string is stupid. These strings are kind of whatever. Not a whole lot to talk about. Oh yeah, his standing 3 is not bad. It's a 14 frame mid that's +7 on normal hit. That's really good. And it's perfectly safe on block. And it's very fast. I use this move quite a bit. Not a bad move at all. You also have 3-3, which is a natural combo. This one can be ducked, I think. Let me just check that. I don't want to give false information out. Okay. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. So this is one of those moves where you can actually hit confirm this, I think. Yeah, you can hit confirm it. But if you just mash it out, this string actually jails. I didn't know that. Wow. But it is -10, so you are risking something. But if you delay it, like I say, try to hit confirm it, the opponent will be able to duck you. That's interesting. And he also has this this fake out into a high kick, which if you hit 4 at the right time on hit or block, you get a throw. Just like that. And you can do it after, even in the air. See, just like that. That looks pretty cool, but not bad. It's very slow though, so keep that in mind. And if you mess up, it's -10. Those strings are whatever. His standing 4-4 is really good though. 4 up 3, that's mainly used for combos. Oh yeah, his Hitman stance. This stance is very good. It's got some good options from here. The good thing about this stance is, you know, it has good moves from it. And I think, you can also sidestep in it as well. So you can step and get a launch, which is very good. His 1-4 is kind of whatever. You have a jab string. The first one is 12 frames. The string is safe though, which is pretty good. It's kind of whatever though. And then this is the big mid launcher from stance. Relatively fast mid launcher. Only -13, which is pretty legit. So that's good. And then he also has the classic power crush from here, standing 3. Relatively fast, homing, screws them. It's safe on block. In fact, it's actually relatively good on block. It's only -4, which is not half bad. That's a good move, of course. It is high though, so keep that in mind. The 4 option is this low sweep. This low, I would say, online is unseeable. It's 24 frames, as you can see. But online, yeah, people are not going to block that on reaction unless the opponent has really fucking good reflexes. If it hits, you get a guaranteed blazing kick, and as you can see, if the opponent holds backwards like an idiot, you kill them. So most good players, if they get hit by that low sweep, will just lie on the ground and take it. But obviously, it is still slow, and it is obviously super punishable on block. So if they do block that, yeah, you're dead. Hitman 1+2. This is a pretty good string. It's mid-mid, natural combo. +6 on normal hit, which is good. I think it's safe on block. Yeah, safe on block. 15 frames. It's fast. This is a good mid-mid string. It's good. Oh yeah, and he also has a nice wall bounce from this stance that they actually, finally they made it safe on block, because in season 2 it was -12, but here they made it -9. So now at the wall, it's actually a pretty legit mix-up. Wait a minute. It's actually a pretty legit. Wait a minute, I think it's working again. Son of a bitch. I don't know why it always does this. I hate when my internet does this shit. Luckily the internet didn't cut though. understand why this. Okay, this isn't even my internet. This is just PSN. Period. This is clearly just PSN fucking up. Because I don't know what the heck is happening. Yeah. Excuse me. Alright, welcome back. Alright, anyway, I guess we can just continue. We left off on, 4-4. I don't know, do I have to say it again? I think I'm gonna have to explain it again. This move is good for Okizeme because, you know, it's mid, it hits grounded. But if they get up and block it, you know, it normally hits +8, but on block, +4. Which is, that's very good. And it can, even on block, it can set up a mix-up. So that's why after a slide, you'll see me sometimes do that just for another Okizeme tool. It's a pretty good move for that, but other than that, it's very slow, it's linear, so there's also some risk involved with that move. This move can also be used as a whiff punish if you want, but it's kind of hard to. This move's kind of whatever in my opinion. It's -13. That move's kind of whatever. Oh yeah, he also has the slide from here, another slide. This one does not guarantee anything. This, because you recover super slowly, and if they block this, it's minus, how much? It's -35. Unlike the normal one, which, how unsafe is this one? -23. So this slide is much worse, and it comes out a lot slower as well. Much slower, and it's super risky. So this one, I mean, it can be used on occasion, but if you want to slide this, you may as well just go for the normal one, to be honest. This move is also kind of whatever. It gives okay frames on hit. I think, what is this on block? -13, but to be honest with you, again, it's just way too slow. It's way too slow to be used as effectively. This string I think sucks. Down forward 4, okay, but I would just rather use down forward 1 to be honest. I think down forward 4 has slightly more range though, but other than that, I would just stick with down forward 1. That string sucks. Down 2, that's mainly used in combos. Other than that, the move's kind of whatever. All these strings are garbage. Down 3 is good, but all these strings suck. I already talked about that. I talked about all this already. Oh yeah, the back 2 loops. On their own, they can be used to start some pressure, but these are only really used for combos. And Hunters, I already know you know this, but yeah, Lee's combos are really execution heavy. I mean, in Season 3, they did make him easier with the combos because you can do this now, which is obviously easier. But the thing is, it's like, it does less damage. It does less damage if you do that. So it's like, good Lee players will still do this. It's not because... People are not going to start playing Lee now because of this. People played Lee because he had an identity, but because they gave him something easier, which is nice, but it makes Lee lose his identity. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know you know that. I'm just saying. This string is completely useless outside of combos. This string is also useless outside of combos. Back 4, I talked about that move, super good. I mean, in fact, you know, back 4 is arguably his best move. It recovers super fast. It has good range. It's good on block. You can still move around with it. It has, you know, launches on counter hit, low hitting mid. This is a key move for sure. They are very hard to pull off. Luckily, I've actually gotten they're much easier now. At first I found them to be extremely difficult, but now they're actually not that bad. I can drop them from time to time though, so they're still hard, but yeah. But here's the thing, Hunters, once you practice Lee's combos, they're actually not as bad, but as you can see, I'm still dropping them. See what I'm talking about? It's still very hard. There we go. That's extremely execution heavy, what I just did right there, but you know that. Back 3+4, this is his Power Crush. Relatively fast, mid wall ball. It's actually a wall bounce now, which is very nice for a power crush. That's pretty good. If the move, though, was not minus 15. This move is launch punishable. And I have no idea why. And as you can see, it has basically almost no pushback. I remember ranting about this move in my patch discussion, but I'm like, dude, why is this still minus 15? I think I really think need to put this down to minus 14 if it's gonna have that pushback. If it's gonna have no pushback, at least maybe make it minus 14, or make it minus 15 but have pushback. This has no pushback and launch punishable. I wish they would make this power crush wall bounce like Miguel and Leroy's. If they did that, it'd be a much better tool. But since it's launch punishable, there's just a lot of risk using this. A lot of risk. So keep that in mind. This fake thing is whatever. Up back 3, that's mainly used for Okazemi. These strings are kind of whatever in my opinion. You'll get there, Hunters. Once you get your PS4 back and you start practicing with him, I promise your execution will get much easier. This is one of those mid-high type of things. This move is actually a launcher. It's actually a safe launcher, but it's obviously super slow and it's high, so you can duck the second hit. And then you have the mid. These are both natural combos, which is nice. But this one is minus 12. It looks like 1+2, but 1+2 has a block stun. This one has no block stun and minus 12. So keep that in mind. Not the best string in the world. Very risky. Up 4 force is hop kick. You know, this is hop kick. Up 4 was 4. What's that? Oh, +5 on block. I don't ever use this move. I think it guarantees a 4-4-3, doesn't it? If your execution isn't garbage. I cannot get execution. There you go. 47 damage. That's pretty good. And what is it on block again? +5. That's not too bad, but again, it is high. So there is also some risk with it, but that was kind of whatever. I talked about all these moves earlier. Oh yeah, back 4. This is a very good move. This is another keep out move you can use because you can go into Hitman off of it. It's +2 on block, and it's homing, and it's a launcher. Not a bad move at all. And it also, I think it also screws as well, doesn't it? If again you don't suck. Yeah, it screws. Screws mid-air opponents, plus on block, launcher. Homing. That's good. That's a very good move. Oh yeah, while running 3-4, this move is also very good as well. It is extremely linear. So if you're just doing it willy-nilly and like just no problem at all, yeah, you're gonna get sidestepped. But good League players will do it at close range when the opponents are really hesitating. Because it's +3 on block, which is very nice. And it will knock them down. This is a good move, but again, it's very fast, but it's very linear. So keep that in mind. It's super easy to step this move, especially to the left. Very easy. Lost 92-3. I talked about all this stuff. All this stuff I talked about. Slide. That was whatever. I guess I could also show you what his throws are like. He's not really a grab character, but I'll show you them. But he has a pretty decent command throw in 4-4-3+4. This is kind of similar to Law's, but his is not a launcher. With Lee, all you get is 4-4-3+4. If I can get it. Yep, that's guaranteed. I don't know how much damage it is though. 52 damage. That's not bad. And you're knocked down, and you get pretty much a good mix-up afterwards. But again, it's the only throw he has that's really that threatening. So most good players are gonna escape it. But it does also wall splat. That's always nice. So you can even use that as wall pressure. Not a bad throw. And the last thing really I have to talk about is his is this a punch parry? Yeah, this is a punch parry he has. I'll show you what you can do afterwards. And sorry Hunters if I'm going a little fast with this, but I don't know. But yeah, see, as you can see there, he'll turn around like that. And if you hit with it, that's guaranteed. You hit 4, and yeah, they'll get knocked down. And if the opponent does not hold down back, that's guaranteed. But if the opponent decides to hold back, that's guaranteed. So, yeah. But if you know the opponent isn't going to hold back, you can just do 2, 2, 3 and get more damage. Alright, thank you. So that's really all the moves I wanted to cover. Let's see here. I talked about pokes, I talked about punishment, I talked about keep out. Maybe I could talk about his weaknesses. His weaknesses, yes, weaknesses. That's very important. So number 1 is he is very weak to sidestep left. That is something that's very important. Lead players, yeah, they're gonna struggle a little bit to catch sidestep left outside of using stuff like 1+2 or back 4 or maybe 4-4-4, but I don't know if that tracks to that side. I don't know. But sidestepping lead to the left is always a very good idea. He's very steppable to that side. His down 4-1 doesn't track that way. His down 3 no longer tracks that way. It used to, but it doesn't anymore, unfortunately, which is a big deal. Also, he's also in the environment that Lee is in right now. Because a lot of characters in this game are super strong, and they're much easier. That's another thing about Lee, is that Lee is super complicated and difficult. And he doesn't get the most reward from it. There's characters like Law, for example, that are very similar to him, but just is more consistent, more easy, and just better in general. Like, these combos, for example, are super unique, you know, and should be unique to characters like Lee. But in Season 3, they buffed everyone's wall carry. So it's like everybody has wall carry like this and can do 1,000,000 damage. This is something Lee was very unique in, but now he's like no longer unique in this category. So Lee really doesn't really have an identity right now. He really doesn't. That's why I kind of see that Lee kind of sucks right now, which is kind of unfortunate because he's really cool, you know? But again, sidestep left is important. And also, if the opponent's turtling, I mean, there's not a whole lot Lee can do. If the opponent is just holding back all the time and being very careful and just a very strong defensive player, yeah, with Lee, yeah, you're gonna have a really hard time because you won't be getting the counter hits, you won't get the strings. These are all the lows you have to threaten with. And if you want to threaten them with a low, you have to do a slide, which is good, obviously, but it takes execution. Lee is super high in execution, which makes him very inconsistent. It makes him very inconsistent at pro level play. You know what I'm talking about? The fuck was that noise? Okay, but yeah, anyway, he has glaring weaknesses. Like I said, sidestep left is important. If you're turtling Lee, there's not a whole lot he can do. His lows and throws are kind of weak outside of the slide. And this grab if the opponent doesn't break it. His whiff punishment, in my opinion, could be better, but again, he does still have that, which is always a plus, but, you know, there is some risk. Because there is punishable parts in it. But he still has good stuff, like, again, the back 4, man. The back 4, this move alone is super good. His Magic 4 is one of the best in the game. It's not the best, but it's definitely a top tier Magic 4. So Lee does have stuff going for him, but it's like, compared to other characters, there's just not a whole lot of reason to play Lee. But unless if you really enjoy playing the character. I really like Lee, and that's why I play him. You know, I really like the character, and I really wanted to get into him, even though I know he's not that strong. But, you know, he's definitely viable. I mean, I think that's all I really have to say about Lee, for you hunters, but yeah, hunters, play the stream as much as you want, but before I do end it, is there anything else you would like to know? Is there any more questions you have for me about the character? I just want to make sure I got everything. I don't think I got combos, though. You're saying that you're good? Okay. Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. Like, again, that's about it so far? Got it. So, yeah, no problem. Like I said, I'm here. I'll do these streams more if you want me to. Again, I'm not gonna be playing the game online because the game is complete booty butt cheeks, but yeah, I'm glad I could help. So thank you for stopping by, and thank you for everyone else for stopping by. This is Falcon. Peace out.